Okay, so welcome to falling in love with yourself. So today we are going to be taking a very exciting journey to fall in love with yourself. So if you're looking to find your soulmate, or if you're already in a relationship, but you want to take your relationship to the next level, this hour-long seminar is going to really help you to get there. So we have some exciting things going on. When you're high vibration, you can manifest anything. So when you're in this high vibration, you can manifest a lot of money, you can manifest the love of your life, and that's when you attract awesome things into your life. So that is what we're going to be working on today. We're going to be raising your vibration. And then we're also going to be taking steps to become the best version of ourselves. So, what I'm going to ask you to do now before we get started is if you have like a notebook and a pen, go ahead and grab that because we're going to be doing some work today because we're really going to break through some blocks and get ourselves into being the best versions of ourselves. And we're also going to figure out our attachment type, which can be really helpful when you're in a relationship to know your attachment type. And so we're going to work through that today. And we're also going to work on being happier by being more grateful and getting out of effect and getting into cause. So I'm going to go over all of that today in the next 60 minutes. So it should be really exciting. Hang on to your seats. All right, so a little bit about me. So my background is I used to be an actress. You might know me now as the fairy matchmaker, but I was an actress in Hollywood for many years. And I was in some pretty big budget movies. I played opposite Kate Hudson. I did Desperate Housewives, How I Met Your Mother. And one day I woke up and I decided I did not want to do that anymore. And what I found out was that the casting couch was pretty real. And it just didn't feel right anymore. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew that I really wanted to help people. So at that point in time, I was single and I was pretty much single all of my 20s because I had kind of that mentality where I had the bigger, better deal. I just wanted to see who I could date that could help my career, who had more money, just dating for all the wrong reasons. And it was around that time that I actually met a gentleman through a matchmaker. And I was not really interested in him at all at first. And then as we got together, our relationship started to grow. Thank you for joining us. So our relationship started to grow. And it was at that point that I really fell in love for the first time. And it was the first time in my life that I actually was not just taking in a relationship, but giving back. And I just remember that when I was with him, I bought him, it was like our anniversary or something, and I bought him like $500 worth of clothes. And like watching him open them made me so happy. And I was like, wow, giving feels really good. And it was through that experience that I really learned what love was. And unfortunately, he passed away, and it happened very unexpectedly. And it was incredibly hard for me to deal with that. And I had to do like a lot of work on myself to be able to overcome that. So I got really into hypnotherapy. I got into neuro-linguistic programming. I became a Kundalini yoga instructor. I did crystal healing. And I really wanted to help people. And I realized that it was through love that I really wanted to help people. So I started doing dating coaching. I remember the first client that I had, I literally, I helped him with his Match.com profile. He had written some crazy stuff about how he got hit by a car and some terrible things. And so I helped him. And within 6 months, I got him married. And I realized, oh my goodness, I really, really love helping people find love. And so that's when I started my matchmaking agency, I Deserve Love. And now we have our high end agency, which is IDL Diamond Club. And I just really wanted to throw events for people to find love. And now, what I'm working on doing, which is why you guys are here, is doing these webinars to help people fall in love with themselves. Because really, the secret of finding a partner and having a lasting relationship is you need to love yourself. And so that's what we're going to work on today, because there was a lot of times in my own personal life when I did not love myself and I was attracting the wrong people. And I found myself actually in a pattern over and over again because I was so busy trying to date these successful, handsome, funny guys that I got in a pattern and I wasn't really looking for the right qualities, like someone who was loyal or loving or caring, affectionate. And so when I changed my values, that is when I found love. I got married. I now have 2 children. So I was able to break through that pattern. And so we're going to kind of be working on that today too. All right, guys. So is everybody ready to find love or strengthen their relationship? Yeah? Cool. Awesome. All right. So everybody, let's get started. If you want to grab your notebook and your pen, we're going to get started by writing down 10 things that you love about yourself. And I'm going to do this too because it really only helps to do it as many times as possible. So go ahead and just take a minute and just let me know when you're done. Thumbs up is cool. Just write down 10 things that you love about yourself. Go ahead and do that now. And if you just came in, we're writing down 10 things that we love about ourselves. So today's workshop is going to be a lot of interaction and working on ourselves. So grab a pen and paper and let's do this. And when you're done, just put a little thumbs up on the screen so I know and we'll move on. We need some music. Some music. Okay. Is everybody good? All right, great work. Okay, so now we're going to move on and we are going to talk about our goals. So, part of loving yourself is having these goals that we're working on because they're going to help us to be the best versions of ourselves. So, what I want you to do now is to write down 3 goals that you're working on in the next, like, let's say 3 to 9 months. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And then after you're done again, just go ahead and give me the thumbs up button and we will move on. So let's get going. All right. Is everybody good? All right. So we're going to move on now. Okay. So it's really good to have these goals, right? But we want to be able to accomplish them. So, what I want you to do now is I want you to write down what steps you're going to take to make these goals happen. So, we have these 3 goals that we just wrote down. What are you going to do to make them happen? So, let's go ahead and do that now. And then, of course, when we're done, we'll do a little thumbs up. All right, everybody, let's get going now. Just go ahead and write down whatever steps you think you could do to make these happen. And just when you guys are ready, put your thumbs up. Okay, cool. Great job, guys. All right. So, all right. So the last question is we're going to get in touch with your mission in this lifetime. So we're all on this planet for a reason, right? And what are we here to do? So for me, I'm here to elevate consciousness through love. So I want to help as many people to find love and fall in love with themselves as possible. So I know this is kind of a big question, but what do you think your mission is here on this planet? So you don't need to answer it right now, but if you want to just take a second and start thinking about that, And go ahead and just maybe just jot something down for now, but maybe just think about it. And you may already know, and that's great. So we'll just take like a couple seconds here and just think about that. And that's something we can answer later. All right, cool. So now that we're feeling good about ourselves, we're going to talk about the different attachment styles. So I'm going to be really real with you. When I was single, I was displaying lots of fearful avoidant behavior. And I'm going to go into the different attachment styles and kind of talk about them because I think it's really important to know. So the first type of attachment styles, and just a thumbs up, how many have heard of the attachment styles? Anybody here? Okay, cool. All right. So the attachment styles are when you're in a relationship, how do you act, right? And a relationship is a two-way street because it's not just one person, there's two people in a relationship. So if you are secure in a relationship, that is what we all strive for. When you're secure in a relationship, you trust your partner 100%. So someone who's secure is not going to be going through their partner's phone. They're not going to be, texting them a million times, or they're going to be secure in their relationship. If their partner says, "Okay, I'm going to do a girls' night tonight," the partner is going to be okay, and he's going to say, "Okay, all right, have fun." Or vice versa, if he wants to do a boys' night, she's going to be okay with it, and they're completely fine with each other. And when they're with each other, that just adds to their relationship. So we all want to be secure in our relationships because we will have much happier relationships if we are secure, right? Now, being anxious, preoccupied in a relationship, you all may have had these partners before where you guys are in a relationship, and one of the people is very, almost, it seems like, controlling, like, "Where are you going? Who are you going with? What are you doing?" Texting a million times, "Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?" Okay, nobody really likes that. And if you notice that maybe this is something that you do in a relationship, that's okay, right? But it's really good to know that you're doing it so you can stop doing it. So the anxious, preoccupied person is, they're kind of needy, and they're very needy in their relationship. They're usually very codependent in a relationship. So it's very hard to have a relationship with someone who's anxious, preoccupied. So I don't know if you guys have ever like felt yourself doing that in a relationship or with your partner doing it, but you want to make note of it because this is something that we can work on. Now, the next type of attachment style is dismissive. So if you are dismissive in a relationship, or your partner is dismissive, they're usually they're just kind of apathetic. Like they don't care. "Oh, I'm doing girls' night tonight." Okay, whatever. Like, it's just like they don't even care, not have fun. Like, they're just not really into it. They're just not really into the relationship. They're not really putting the other person first in a relationship. They're kind of just doing their own thing, and they're there, but they're dismissive. And so if you notice yourself being a little cold in a relationship, not being affectionate, not being loving, you're probably exhibiting some of these dismissive tendencies. And that's okay. Like I said, we can work on all of this. The next one is fearful avoidant. And I actually said that when I was single, I exhibited this behavior. So this is the type of person that is kind of like hot and cold. At one point in time, they're like very into the relationship, almost to the point where sometimes they're anxious, preoccupied, and then they go back and forth, and then they're just not interested, or they're thinking about somebody else. They're just not, they go back and forth like hot and cold, kind of like that Katy Perry song, Love Bipolar. And it's really hard to have a relationship with someone who's like that because it will drive you nuts. So if you notice that you are exhibiting any of these sort of attachment styles, or that your partner is exhibiting these attachment styles, it's definitely something that you can work on. So if you are finding yourself that you are anxious, preoccupied in a relationship, what you need to try and do is give your partner some space. Notice, okay, I'm texting them a gazillion times. I need to stop doing that. Like, just stop. If you have to turn your phone off, turn your phone off. Go watch TV. Go do something else. Like, just stop and notice the behavior that you're doing. If your partner's kind of be exhibiting this behavior, it's something that you want to sit down and talk to them about. So when you're getting ready, if you're not in a relationship right now, um, if you're not in a relationship right now, um, this is something that you want to make sure that you're secure before you get into your next relationship. So if you even want to like take a minute and think about your past relationships and think, was I acting one of these attachment styles in here? And if you were and you weren't secure, then you can kind of work on ways that in your next relationship you can make sure you don't do that. And then also, when you get into a relationship, like I said, it's difficult to be with a partner if you're secure who's not secure. So it's not that you need to end it, it's just something that we want to work on. But for right now, let's work on being secure. If you find yourself being dismissive and a little cold, it's like find yourself being more affectionate. What can I do to give myself to my partner? Well, maybe I can hold their hand. Maybe I can, rub their leg. Like I can give them a little massage. Like, how can I be more involved? And, if you are fearful, avoidant, realizing, okay, I'm doing this, and just really try to focus on your partner and not run when something gets a little bit tricky, because all relationships are going to go in that direction at some point, because no relationship is perfect. But the good thing is that we can work on it and we can all become secure. Okay. All right. So we have another activity here. So a big part of being in this high vibration where we can attract the love of our lives into our lives is being in a state of gratitude. So what I want you to do now is to take the next couple minutes and I want you to write down, I know it's a lot, but we're going to do it. Write down 50 things that you are grateful for. And let's go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna put some music on. Like I said, I'm gonna do it too, because it's really good just to get you in that positive mindset. So let's go ahead and do that now. And when you're done, just put your thumbs up like normal and take your time with this. And if you get stuck, like just think of simple things too that we have in this country or in any, like where we're living, where we have a computer, we have a phone, like simple things like that, because we do have a lot to be grateful for.
Battling around, comes on your scent like a bounty hunter. Karma's gonna track you down, step by step from town to town. Sweet like justice, Karma is a queen. Karma takes all my friends to the summit. Karma is the guy on the screen, coming straight on to me.
And you can like even list out your friends, you can list out your family. Like I know you might get stuck because 50 is a lot. You can just like look around, water, whatever you can do, running water, bathrooms. We have a lot to be grateful for. So just thumbs up me when you're done. So just thumbs up me when you guys are ready. And this is something that you can come back to and finish later. But a good thing to do with gratitude. Cool, thank you. A good thing to do with gratitude is you can do it every morning and every night. You don't need to do 50, but if you just write down every day like 10 to 20 things that you're grateful for, it's going to get you in that better mindset to manifest and to attract what you want into your life because gratitude is a very high frequency. So, what we're trying to do here is get on the highest frequency that we can so we can attract the best possible partner into our life. Or if we're already in a relationship, we can take our relationship to the next level. All right. So now we're going to talk a minute about cause and effect. So I see this a lot with my clients is a lot of times people are in effect. And this is how we get stuck in patterns in our relationship. So when you sit in cause, you're sitting in a power seat because you're taking blame for your actions and you're holding yourself responsible for your actions And that is way more powerful than giving your power away to somebody else. Okay. So when you're in effect, you're giving your power away to another person. So if you're saying, well, my relationship didn't work out because she was a da 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 and she was awful and she did this, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But now you're completely giving her all of the power and saying, and that doesn't work. That makes you not as powerful. So what you want to say is that a relationship is a two-way street, right? And there's things in all of our relationships that we do. When they don't work out, it's not because one person was awful. It's because there's things that happen that both people need to take cause for. And taking cause in any aspect of your life is a great place to be at. So like in work, when something goes wrong, instead of instead of having having everybody take instead of blaming somebody else for it, just take cause. And when you're in cause, you will be much stronger and you will feel much better. So I think that's a really important thing to remember in our relationships. When we get in fights, instead of just blaming the other person for everything, take responsibility for your own actions, and the other person will appreciate that too, and the world will not seem against you when you do that. All right. Okay. So let's take a minute now and we're going to think about our last relationship that you were in, right? Now, when you were in that relationship, and this is a previous relationship that you had and it ended, were you in cause or effect when that happened? And I think it's a really good thing to look at. And if you want to go into the chat section and just write down if you were in cause or effect. So, and I think it's really important to use this in our lives for everything that we do. All right. So today we were able to do a little work on ourselves. We were able to work on some of our goals, write down what we were grateful for, and getting into that high vibration, talking a little bit about our attachment styles. I have been working with clients for the last 7 years. I've had a lot of success stories. As you can see, here's some marriages that we've had that we've facilitated through our matchmaking agency and also through doing dating coaching. I do have a book that is a workbook called Attracting the Love of Your Life. And it's a 30-day workbook. And what it has is a lot of these little exercises that we started to do in here. And I promise you, if you do these exercises, they really will help you to get into the mindset to attract your ideal partner into your life. Um, so, what we're going to be doing coming up starting on March, I believe it's Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday, March 12th is when we start. We have a workshop, Falling in Love with Yourself. And with this workshop, it's more interactive. So, it's just going to be like a small group of people. And we're really going to go through and work through our past relationships, working through the patterns that we create. And in the relationship, I really would like it to be interactive, where you guys are a part of it and we can talk through and really break through these patterns so that way we can find a lasting relationship that works. And then we can also take the relationship that we're in and bring it to the next level. So we're not sitting there in effect and being miserable about our partner. And we're really in this state where we are in a high vibration. Because when we're in a high vibration, we can do some really, really cool stuff and we can manifest a lot of goals that we want, not just love, but success, money, career, lots of different things, health goals, fitness goals. It can really take our lives to the next level when we're in that vibration. So we're going to really work through it and work with each person individually and really break through these patterns. So normally this course is $9.97, but we are having a special today. So if you want to sign up for it, I'm going to put the link in the chat on Eventbrite. And here you go. And yeah, so does anybody have any questions? We did a lot of activities. I'd love to hear from you. So if you want to unmute your microphone and just let me know if you have any questions, because we have about 20 minutes left. If you have any questions about love, relationship, manifesting, anything, go ahead and speak up now, or you can put it in the chat if you're more comfortable. Anyone?
It's funny how little we're grateful for living in such an amazing time and such an amazing place.
Yeah. Did you
50
get
was hard.
did you get through your 50
I got there, but it was a struggle.
yeah. Did anybody else struggle with that? I know I did. I was doing it too, and I was like, at some point you're like water, like you're just writing the things that are on my desk, DVR, but it's like we really have so much to be grateful for. Anyone else? Any thoughts, any questions? Is anybody in a relationship right now? They have any questions, or they're trying to manifest a partner? Um, Anything.
What do you do if somebody's not in a secure place? So I had somebody even like I brought this topic up and I had somebody like say they were in the fearful anxious because I sent them a quiz. But then what do you do about that? Do you just wait?
Well, did they want to work on it?
I can't tell.
It's definitely something that you want to talk to them about. And if it's something that they want to work on, then you guys can work on it together. But the first step is realizing, oh my gosh, I'm fearful, avoidant. Having them realize that and seeing them, the quiz is great, and having them see that. And then if they really want to work on it, then, you guys can work on it together. And even in your relationship, like if you notice them doing some of this behavior, like point out you're being fearful, avoidant, but do it like not in like a judgy way, but more in an I sort of care, like I care. That's the way you want to do it. Yeah. And if they don't want to work on it and you find that you are in a secure place, at some point you might realize that that's not the right partner for you, because if you are secure and you are in your high vibration, it's going to be hard to be with a partner who isn't in the same vibration as you. Does that make sense?
So be patient with it.
Hmm. And help them like from a loving, caring place.
Thanks.
Of course. Does anybody else have any questions?
Do you believe that there's someone out there for everyone?
Definitely. Definitely. So, I mean, do you mean like soulmates or just like a partner?
I don't know, I guess soulmate, partner, yeah.
Yeah. So I believe that we have a bunch of different soulmates. And not all of your soulmates are there to be with you, till you die. Like some of them are there to teach you, and you have a relationship for like chapters of your lives.
Mm.
But I believe that, there really is somebody for for everyone, and the right life partner for you, as long as you're in that right mindset and you're really working on yourself, you will definitely attract them into your life.
Thank you.
Of course.
I don't know. I don't know whether I guess I've given up hope, like, but
You don't, well, you don't feel that there's like somebody in your life, or have you been going through some relationships that haven't worked, or?
yeah, too many. Yeah, loads of relationships that just haven't worked out.
Okay. Have you noticed any patterns in the relationships with the people that you've been dating?
They've all just been not good for me. I mean, a lot have been addicts. I'm not an addict myself, but I seem to attract them for some reason. Um, or they've got certain problems and insecurities, and yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do is have you taken the time to really write down the qualities that you're looking for in a partner?
Not really, no.
Well, let's do it now. And
Okay.
if anybody else is single and looking for a partner on here, let's all do it. Just write down your top 8 qualities that you're looking for in a partner and try to put them in the order of most important to least important. But let's
Yeah.
do it now and then I'll go over them with you. So yeah, just let me know when
Okay.
you're done. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
And when I say like qualities, there's lots of different ones like, fun, best friend, if you're spiritual, religious, loyal, like those are just some to help you out there. But you can go even as much detail as like likes to travel, like what's really important to you. So if everybody can do that now, it will be very helpful. Okay. Okay, so read to me what you have.
Okay, so I've got genuine, honest, emotional connection, sincere, reliable, spiritual, companion, and caring.
Those are awesome. Okay. Like it seems honestly that your values are very aligned.
Hmm.
Like I said, when I did this, like my values were so out of whack when I was looking, I was literally like, okay, hot, rich, like
Yeah.
totally wrong values. So like yours are great. Those are really good things that you're looking for in a partner. So in your relationships, have you found that the people haven't really had those qualities is what you're finding, right?
Yeah, yeah, they've just been really like, I mean, one person, well, I've had a few actually that's just ghosted me.
Okay.
And then another one that like stole £500 off me.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I know. I've had some really, really bad relationships.
How are you meeting these people?
Well, I've met a few from like dating sites and things like that. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna reframe here because it
Mm.
seems like you're in like a dating rut, right? And this happens
Yeah.
to all of us, okay? Like this is very normal. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But yeah, so you get into this dating rut and now you're in a negative mindset. So you're
Mm.
not attracting the right people to you because you're just kind of like a little jaded and like you're just kind of like a lower vibration. So
Yeah.
I want you to reframe. Okay?
Mm.
So let's take what we said I've been dating some, how did you call them? What did you call them? The last few dates that you've had?
So I've had a few that have ghosted me, which mean like you know what ghosted means, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like just blanked you, just completely like like you can be talking to them and then they're just like gone. They don't even
Okay.
tell you why, and yeah,
Okay. So
um, yeah,
let's just say, um, okay, so I've been dating some duds in the
yeah,
past, but I'm ready to make a change and I'm going to finish the sentence.
probably learn to respect myself more.
Okay. All right. And attract a higher caliber, right?
Yeah, I mean, the main important thing for me is a personality.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So let's turn it into a mantra because you're going to say this and you're going to breathe this and you're going to live this. Okay.
yeah,
So I've dated some duds in the past, but now I'm going to attract the right person, attract what sounds right to you. I want this to come from you, not from me.
yeah.
So what sounds right?
But now I'm going to attract my soulmate.
Yeah, hell yeah. How does that
Yeah,
feel?
yeah, because I want somebody for life, not just like yeah, not for a short time. I want somebody for the long time. So yeah, soulmate sounds right.
Okay.
Mm,
All
yeah,
right, cool. All right, so you're ready. You've attracted
mm,
some duds in the past, but now you are going to attract your soulmate. I want you to sit in that energy. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to visualize. I want you to feel that energy. I am going to attract my soulmate. Just sit in the energy. Just do it for the next like 20 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out. Do it again. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. When do you want to attract this soulmate into your life?
now,
Okay. All right. So
yeah,
it's going to happen. Let's put in your timeline for the next 3 months. It's going
yeah.
to happen. You are ready. You are in a mindset to do this. What are you going to do to make this happen? What steps are you going to take to attract this soulmate into your life?
I mean, does it have to be physical changes? Would you say, or
Yeah. What can you do to
yeah?
make that
So
happen? Close your
like,
eyes. Just
yeah,
whatever comes to you, say it.
lose some weight.
Okay. What else can you do?
Um, I suppose maybe go out more.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't really go out at the moment.
Okay. What else can you do? What other steps can you take to really make this happen? Because you're going to do it. You're going to do it, girl. So what else can you do? One more thing.
Love myself.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right, cool. How do you feel?
great. Yeah,
Okay, good. All right. So we're gonna make this happen. I'm excited.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
definitely. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody else have any questions? Any thoughts that we
Thank
can work
you.
on today? Hi.
All right.
Hi, how are you?
Sorry I'm late. My bad.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm like, what the? Oh, what the? Like, I can't get this work. Uh,
That's okay. I mean, I saw you for a second. There you are.
There you go. All right. I don't know where we are in this thing. I'm just, yeah, popping in at this point.
Okay, so right now, so I recorded all of this, so I'm gonna have the link available on YouTube, and I'm gonna send an email to everyone who signed up for this webinar and missed it. I know we all have like busy schedules and stuff. Right now we're just going through and we have like 9 minutes left. So if you have any like questions about, you know, attracting a partner or like any patterns that you've noticed in dating or your relationship, I'd love to help you out.
Um, yeah. Well, I guess what would you consider as a good relationship?
As a
Like
good
what makes a whole foundation strong with another person?
Sure. So what we were talking about a little earlier was about the different attachment styles. And you know, I was talking with Sanjay about he was saying someone he's seeing is I think he said fearful, avoidant. And so being secure in a relationship is really, really helpful because that way you're not freaking out when your partner, you know, comes home late and texting them all the time, or you're doing the opposite, you're not affectionate enough. You really want to make sure that you're secure with your partner. Are you in a relationship?
Yeah, yeah. What, coming up 3 years now? So
Okay. And how's that going?
it's going good. Like I feel like we're setting boundaries in our dating life right now. So uh I think boundaries are pretty good. Like that's how healthy we can
Mhm.
go. Um
Would you say that you guys are both secure in your relationship?
I think so. I mean, there's times where we just like fight for no reason, and I feel like we can just try to go away from that more often. Just try to like not fight or not fight in a way. I mean, more like just for little things, not nothing big or anything.
Right. So one of the things that we talked about earlier was being in cause and being in effect. So in a relationship, a lot of the times we're in effect, which means we're letting the other person affect us. So like in a relationship, it's always a two-way street, right? So if you get into a fight, you know, if you blame the other person, that's just going to make the fight worse. I think what's really helpful when you notice, okay, we're fighting over something, it's kind of stupid, we're just fighting to be fighting, just say, you know what? I'm so sorry. I did this and I want to apologize for it. And like, then you take your power back. And I know, like, personally in my own marriage, you know, when I do that, it's really helpful versus just like blaming the other person. Oh no, like you're doing this and you're doing that. So I think really getting into cause and taking blame for your own actions, because you know, in a relationship, we both are, you know, at blame. So it's not just one person. So I think that's really helpful when you do get into a fight to do something like that and just take cause.
I mean, not trying to get religious or anything. I mean, we kind of keep like God in the center of everything, so I feel like that's also helped a lot. Just
Yeah.
make things stronger, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you put him first, but if anybody's not religious, I'm not hating on them or anything. I'm just saying that's how we worked for us. Keep him first. We're just strong like that.
That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and I think for every relationship, you know, everybody's going to be different and it's whatever works for you. And if that works for you, that's awesome. Yeah. Cool. All right. Does anybody else have any questions that we're just about to wrap up here? All right, guys. Well, this was very fun. If you did miss part of it, I'm gonna send everybody the YouTube link so you guys can check it out. Like I said, I put the course, it's a 7-week course. So what we're going to be doing is really going more in detail. There's a lot more to falling in love with yourself, and it's really going to help you to be the best version of yourself. And personally, I know, like, I actually did the course with you guys because I'm like, I need to do this too. We all need to do it. It's really important. So the 7-week course is going to be really, really good. We're going to go slower through each thing. There's going to be a lot more like question and answer where I want you guys to be more interactive. Yeah, so feel free to, I'm going to send you an email. You can email me back. The link is in the chat. And then also I do have a book, How to Attract the Love of Your Life in 30 days. It's a workbook. It's $29. If that's something that you're interested in, I can send it to you in the mail. You can just respond back in the email, or you can always go to my Instagram, which is the Fairy, FAERY matchmaker. And yeah, so have an awesome day, and I look forward to working with you guys some more in the future.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hope this was
Bye.
helpful.
Yeah.
Bye.